It seems odd that despite having other games under their belt, the one thing that stands out in my mind from Infinite Dreams is Let's Create Pottery. It's strange because pottery is less of a game and more of a toy with some objectives, but more importantly because their Jelly series of minigames has finally culminated in the recent release of Jelly Defense on the App Store. What's immediately striking about Jelly Defense is the simple yet perfectly zany aesthetic that uses little more than bright splashes of colours here and there to offset the grey and drab world the immobile jelly creatures live on. Being immobile, it was only a matter of time before their plight against more mobile foes was depicted in a tower defense, though aside from some of the usual tropes, this isn't the kind of game you're used to playing. Jelly Defense places you in control of various jelly types, essentially towers, though they're coloured either red or blue, or in the case of the basic tower, both. This isn't simply for show, as enemies fit into either blue or red categories, with red tending to be a bit beefier, while blue tend to be a bit faster. Towers are paired up in a binary system of colour versus colour, with blue towers ignoring red enemies, but otherwise unloading on blue units. This encourages players to be careful about overspending on upgrades or placement of various towers until they're absolutely needed. This does lead to some difficulty curve issues early on, as the usual simple perfect clears are anything but easy, and you'll have to eat humble pie a few times before knowing the order of the waves and which paths they take before picking up those gold medals. There are other reasons to get the gold ratings, as gems you preserve are used for an unlockable side objective. Additional minigames break up the game's later, longer levels, providing a much needed distraction from watching creatures slide around a map. Whether on an iPhone, iPad or iPod Touch, the game is universal. Playing Jelly Defense will provide tower defense veterans with a challenge while still being accommodating to new players, albeit with some replays being needed. A great addition to what is an otherwise hard genre to stand out in. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.